March 8th, 2019. That was the day that I got the call and heard the words, "You have cancer." To say that getting diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer rocked my world would be an understatement. I had a family that needed me, and university students to teach, and a department and a ministry to run. I didn't have time for this, but cancer doesn't really wait for anyone. And they told me that I needed to start radiation and chemotherapy right away. So we did our research and talked to different doctors and institutions, and we learned that proton radiation was really my best chance. Now, this cutting-edge technology is only available at 27 institutions in the entire United States, less than 100 in the entire world. But fortunately, one of those places is the University of Maryland Medical Center. So to get my treatments, I would walk into this room that looked like it belonged on a spaceship and lay down on a table where they would put this mask over my face and shoulders and literally bolt my head down to the table. This part was less than fun, for sure. But the technicians were really great, and they did everything they could to make the situation as painless as possible. And they even tried to lighten the experience by having me pick a superhero to have my mask painted like a superhero. So they had, Spider-Man and Batman and all these other kind of things. Not a lot of women superheroes, by the way, at least not with masks. So in case you didn't guess, my mask I chose to look like Mystique from the X-Men. For two reasons. One, because the mask put all these scales all over my face and neck like Mystique has. And two, my sons are both Marvel fans. So anyway, it was a hard process. And the Proton Center was over 2.5 hours from my home. Now, this would have made this experience impossible, but luckily, just a few blocks from the Proton Center, there was a Hope Lodge. Hope Lodge provided my husband and I, who had to be there to be my caregiver, provided us with free lodging throughout my treatment. So every weekday for 6 weeks, I would go down in the morning and work in the library office space there and keep up with my classes. And then I would go and spend my afternoon in radiation and chemotherapy. Now there was a communal kitchen where we could keep our own supplies with our own part of a fridge, but there were different organizations and churches that would come in several times a week and serve these big communal dinners. And they had musicians that would come in and volunteer to come and play for us and other entertainment. And it was wonderful to be around a community of people that all understood exactly what you were going through, both for me as a patient and my husband as the caregiver. And on the weekends, we would then get to come home and be with our family. And it was wonderful that we got to kind of come away from our cancer world for a few days each week. And it kind of gave us that separation, that breathing space that was really, really important. We will forever be grateful to the American Cancer Society. Not only did they provide us with free lodging, but they were my go-to resource for information and education about my cancer and treatments and everything else. They even helped me find a wig when my hair fell out. along with chemo and radiation, they were my weapons in the fight. And Relay is a really big part of making that possible. By working together, we can make sure that when the next person gets their call, the American Cancer Society will be there. Thank you.